Hi, it's Renee with healthyconnections.biz, and today we're going to talk about clean skin, and we're going to apply our Savvy Minerals makeup. Thanks for joining me. So, clean skin prep. There are many different ways to go about that. Young Living has a wide range of products. I'm not going to talk about those today. I'm just mostly talking about applying our makeup. So, I have already cleaned my skin, and I have exfoliated. Then I used a toner, and then I primed. So you can prime or you can use a moisturizer. Some people do both. It kind of, for me, depends on the time of year. If it's drier, then yes, I'm going to use both. If it's summertime and it's not as cold and my skin is not as freaked out like wintertime, then I can just get away with a primer or a serum for my face. So that is what I've started with. You always want to do that. When you're using mineral makeup, you need your skin to be tacky for these minerals to apply. So what I'm going to start with, we have our misting spray. We're going to have our brushes, your minerals. Hopefully you've chosen or you figured out which foundation works best for you, which tone, cool, warm, neutral, dark. And now we're going to look at first concealer. Today I'm going to use a little bit of the Diamond Dust, the Veil. Now this is the sparkly veil. So if you have more mature skin, you typically don't want to use so much sparkle. There is a matte version of this now. So I'm going to just use this and cover up. I have never gotten ready on my computer, so this is interesting today, but I am covering up my pink spots, my pink pigmentation. You can also kind of go under the eye a little bit. But most of my pink pigmentation is around my chin and around my nose. So I can use the Veil. You could also use a lighter foundation than what you would normally wear. This makeup is so versatile. There are even some really light eyeshadows that could also help you conceal a few things. So this one is Best Kept Secret. It's probably too dark for me. I'm gonna look at what else I have. Anyway, that's the eyeshadow. So conceal, you can the method is called caking. I take kind of this concealer brush and you just cake it on over those pink spots. Okay, I'm going to start with eyes today because with this mineral makeup, it's minerals. So it kind of it's a little messier than a liquid or a pressed that you're used to using. So I'm going to start with Best Kept Secret, which is the matte lighter color for my base of the eye. And there are a lot of minerals in here. What I typically do is I take my brush and I put it into the minerals. Then I put it into my cap and I kind of mix it around. A little bit goes a long way. So I'm just tapping it out and then I'm going to tap it again. I'm going to cover my entire eyelid with this color. And again, why I'm doing the eyes first is because these minerals can kind of make a mess down on your cheek. So later when I do the foundation, all of that will just be rubbed in. It will all be blended later. So, sometimes that's kind of a personal preference. And some days I do my foundation first. Today I'm doing the eyes first. So I'm covering the lid with the lighter color. Already my eyes look more awake. Okay, and next I'm actually going to use my blush because I want to use kind of a lighter pink with blue eyes. you want to use a color that is kind of opposite of the color wheel. And so like an orange or a pink or a reddish color is really great to make your eyes pop and stick out, or yep, just kind of pop. So I don't have the eyeshadow that I would typically use. I'm actually just using my blush right now. Very versatile. I really love the versatility of this makeup. So covering my lower eyelid with that color. This color blush, I'll tell you in a second when I get the lid on. I do believe you're blushing. So I'm going to leave that. And then to finish off my eyes, don't wear eyeliner, but this is a multitasker that I use. This little triangle angled brush. Again, a little bit goes a long way, so tap it off. You don't want to get too much on. I just cover the base of my eyelid. See, so this has kind of a rust tint. Again, it makes my blue eyes really, really stand out. You could also use the eyeshadow or and turn it into a liquid eyeliner by adding some misting spray to the cap. Stirring it around a little bit goes a long way. Again, a little bit of liquid is going to give you, if you really like that dark eyeliner, we've got that as well. So I'm going to take this and I rub it across, but then I'm also going to put some in my crease. That's typically where you want to put a darker color. Go over to the other eye, blend that, and then up into the crease. The multitaskers are great. You can use them as eyeshadow. You can also use them to highlight your eyebrows, which I do just on occasion. I'll just kind of go over, give it a little bit of color. I know there are probably other brushes for this, but for ease today, we're just using one. Okay, so I'm going to do the mascara at the end. But now that I've got all my minerals on my eyes, I can move on to my foundation. So get your misting spray out. And I am using Cool number 2. I am still a little bit tan from the summer, not a lot, but as my skin lightens up for the winter, I will probably switch to warm one and probably blend in some cool with that. Okay, so I'm taking my misting spray. I'm going to spray my brush. I've also seen people spray the liquid into the lid. I prefer spraying the brush. Spray it 2 or 3 times, and then I rub it off on my hand. You don't want it too wet. Now I'm going to take this, and I've already tapped my minerals into my lid, and I'm taking my brush and swirling it around. Swirl, and then you're going to go in circular motions to apply your foundation. Go back in, swirl in the lid. Tap more minerals in. My brush is still fairly wet and moist, so I don't need to spray again. But you want to mist that brush to help pick up and hold on to those minerals. If you don't use a misting spray, the minerals will just kind of fly all over and you're just going to have more of a mess. You will still apply some to your face. I just know that the spray helps to hold on to those minerals and helps to adhere to your face. Okay, so we're just applying all over, circular motions, more minerals. Now my brush kind of needs another spray, so just another spray there. Into my lid. Twirl it around. If you get too many, always remember to tap it off. You don't want it to like just get all over, make a big mess. You want to save those minerals. So tap it back into your lid. I highly recommend, I have not gotten it yet. These are just brushes that I got from a department store. Young Living has amazing brushes. Their foundation brush is a little bit smaller than this. So it's got tighter bristles. I definitely recommend trying that first. That's why you want to start with the starter kit. Okay, so you just keep applying until you get the coverage that you want for your day. I don't wear a ton of makeup all the time, so I'm just going to be happy with that coverage. Next, I'm going to show you contouring, which I really like. I have kind of a straight face. I don't have a lot of cheekbone. So I'm going to show you some contouring with a darker color. So with the minerals, again, you can use a bronzer or you can just get a darker color. The professionals honestly use, like, if they're pale like me, they use a dark foundation to apply their contouring. I'm not going to go that dark. I'm just going a couple shades darker than my skin tone, similar to a bronzer. So I'm just putting the minerals into my lid. Again, I don't use a misting spray for this, but I got a lot, so I'm tapping it off. Now with contouring, you want to contour the top of your face. So I kind of do a line over the top, kind of framing your forehead. And don't worry if you're like seeing this weird line, it's all going to get blended. Bridge of your nose, sides of your nose. Sorry, not the bridge, the sides. I'm inhaling this. Okay, now we're going to think of 3 and E. So we're drawing a line down here, down your cheek, and down your jawline. So we can start here, go down here. Often I'll just do, you kind of make that face. I don't know what that face is, but make that face, and then you'll see that line. Go from the middle of your cheek back up to your ear. So this is highlighting the lack of cheekbone. This will give me more of a cheekbone. Jawline. Some days I just do a very minimum foundation and I contour, and it's unbelievable how many compliments I get on my makeup, and I'm like, oh, I'm really not wearing that much, but I think the contouring really shows. So this will all be blended later. Jawline. So 3 or an E on each side. Okay, next we're going to do a quick highlight and then some blush, and then we are done. I don't know how long this is going. I was trying to keep it short, but so a highlight, same kind of smaller brush, contour brush. I'm grabbing my veil or diamond dust. Again, I don't want a lot, so I'm tapping it off. Now highlight, you're going to go above where you contoured. Go above here, you're going to go down the bridge of your nose, tip of your lips, and your forehead. I kind of do like a little V on my forehead. This is very shimmery, but it blends in nicely. You can even highlight up here. Top of, just under your brow. If you're very tired like I am, late night, you need to wake up your eyes just a little bit. Okay, so that's the highlighter. If you don't have Diamond Dust, again, you can use a lighter blush, a lighter foundation. Okay, so last, then we have our blush, which again is I Do Believe You're Blushing. There are many different shades. This one's a little more shimmery, which is what I kind of prefer for summertime, but more for fall, I think I'll probably switch to a darker blush. So the blush just kind of goes right on top of that veil that I just put on. And again, I'm going to blend all this in a bit with my blending brush. And then at the very end, I will spray it with the misting spray. Okay, so now we're blending. Take our big, this is the same one I use for foundation. Some people have a larger blending brush. Young Living has a whole set of brushes, and I believe they have a blending brush just for this. But for me, foundation brush works great. So when you're up on your forehead, kind of brush it up. Again, you don't want people to see all these lines. That would just be silly, right? Blending, blending, blending. Okay, so now I'm going to spray with my misting spray. Then do mascara. Forgot my lipstick, that's okay. Okay, Young Living's mascara has an interesting wand. I often have to kind of get the excess off of here. I've never done this on the computer. I have very light eyelashes, so again, a little bit of this goes a long way. I don't take mascara any farther than that line. It just ends up getting too messy. So that line on my eye, I don't take it all the way in. I keep it from my little blue circle and out. And I also don't apply on the bottom, mostly because it is just messy for me. But this is a very sticky, tacky mascara, so you can apply one coat, move to the other eye, let it dry, and you can apply another coat. I'll show you a really cool hack as well with the eyeshadow. Again, I'm not applying this as well because I'm using my computer. Some people would curl beforehand. I'm not a curler, it freaks me out, but okay, so one of the hacks you can use is you can use a multitasker. Take your eyeshadow brush, get it full of that multitasker. You can brush it on top of the mascara. This is going to lengthen. Brush it on. And then you apply another coat. So this is just going to lengthen your eyelashes, give you more volume. So this is just what I do every day, and I think it's kind of fairly simple. Again, if you want to just keep it easy, you can stick with foundation, a little bit of contouring, could skip the eyeshadow. I don't do the eyeshadow every day. Sometimes I just do the mascara and the quick foundation. So I'm sorry I don't have my lipstick. There are many fabulous colors. There are bright colors. Again, they are free from lead. safe lipstick. So check it out. Thanks for watching. Here's my Savvy face. This is kind of my everyday go-to. There are lots of different colors if you want to take your eyes into a more smoky eye, more of an evening look. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned some great tips on how to use Savvy Minerals. Check us out at healthyconnections.biz, our YouTube page, and also I will share the link to the Savvy Minerals page. But connect with any of us if you have any more questions. We really appreciate it. Thank you.